Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, today's video, we do got some breaking news involving the Miami Heat, and it looks like we have another signing. And I feel like we haven't heard a signing in so long because this Miami Heat team doesn't trade. We don't sign free agents, and when we do sign free agents, they're pretty trash. And to be honest with you guys, I have a lot to say about this signing about Nassir Little. I'm be explaining about the aprons. I'm be explaining his contract, and just a bunch more. So if you guys just want to, stay updated with all Miami Heat content, stay informed with what's going on with the team, with training camp almost a week away, this is going to be the perfect video for you guys. And then also, if you just enjoy it, drop that sub, drop a comment, and like. Appreciate it so much. So. If you guys see right here, Chris Haynes came out. It says free agent wing Nassir Little has reached an agreement on a one-year deal with the Miami Heat. Now, I believe like a week or two ago, the Miami Heat was part of his workouts. And obviously the Miami Heat must have liked his workout, and they brought him on the roster. Now, the last team that I think he played for was the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, obviously the Phoenix Suns right there. And I'm just going to show you briefly a little bit about him throughout the couple years that he has been in the league. So he was drafted with the Portland Trail Blazers 2019-2020. That was his rookie year. Only averaged about 3.6 points a game. Nothing crazy. Didn't really play too much. Only averaged about like 12 minutes played. Did play about 48 games. So his sophomore season averaged about 4.6 points a game. Only thing that really stood out to me for his sophomore season was that his three-point percentage went from 23.7 to 35. So that's definitely a big difference, and it looks like that he was working on his game. Now, after that, though, it kind of did fall down the next season, but his points did go up. So he went from 4.6 points a game to almost 10 points a game, right? And then after that, went to 6.6 and then played for the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns did waive him, and that's how he became a free agent, and that's how he is with the Miami Heat. If you guys do notice, he doesn't play too much minutes, only from 10 to 18. This is the year that he played 26 and averaged about 10 points a game. So career shooter, not the greatest. I mean, 33%. I guess you bring him for the size and length, like they call him a 3-and-D player. So I think that's why they probably like Nassir Little. But like I said, the last stint that he was on, he played for the Phoenix Suns, and also the Phoenix Suns don't really have much depth. So you getting cut from the Phoenix Suns is, I will say, very interesting, right? So now we move on from that, and we're just going to show you a little bit more of what's coming out involving the Miami Heat. So we do got a few stuff coming from Twitter. And it says the Miami Heat's addition of Nassir Little will not put them over the second apron. And then obviously he says we'll discuss later on OTF, right? And then Greg Sylvander came out, says Nassir's contract is either a training camp invite or they're going over the second apron with the hopes of getting under later. My money is on the former. So then we got Anthony Chiang. Once again, it says, while he is close to crossing the second apron, this will likely be a non-guaranteed or partially guaranteed deal that could give some team wiggle room to add Nassir Little without crossing second apron threshold right now. A one-year deal for Little, according to a source. Then he says this contract, however, the guarantees are structured, won't take the Heat above the second apron when it's signed, according to a source. Obviously, as Little is kept on the roster the entire season and no other salary is shed, that changes. Then it says, while he is close to crossing, well, yeah, we already read that. So that's kind of a little bit about Nassir Little's contract. And then also it says Heat's preseason roster now at 20 players. Nassir Little is not eligible to receive a two-way contract, so this is a standard deal. Now, when you look at this Miami Heat team and Miami Heat roster, like I said, we all know, Spo likes his 3-and-D players. He likes the young players that can play 82 games and just do all the, pretty much all the work, right? But when we look at this Miami Heat roster, I think Nassir Little doesn't even make the team. And personally, I don't want him on the roster. I don't think he's a very good player. But look at it, right? So you brought in players like Josh Christopher. Maybe you don't call him a 3-and-D player. That's fine. But we got Haywood Highsmith. We got Kashad Johnson, who I don't want minutes taken away from him. We still got Jaime. I mean, we got Pelo Larson. We got Josh Richardson still. I mean, there is a lot of players over there that's going to be competing for spots, right? You still got Duncan. You still got Tyler. You still got Terry. So I just don't feel like there's no point of having him on the team. I understand, sometimes, well, not sometimes. The Miami Heat are a very injured team, so, adding a player like Nassir Little maybe makes sense for the injuries, but for him just to make the roster straight up and then for us to go over the second apron if the contract goes through, if he makes a team and stuff like that, it just doesn't make sense, right? He's not good offensively, and I feel like we already lack an offensive type of power. So him being on the team, him being in the starting lineup, or him just playing any minutes doesn't make sense at all. He can't shoot that well. He's not really a great lockdown defender or anything like that. So, like I said, this might just be a training camp thing. Let's see what he can do in training camp. Let's see if he can perform and stuff like that. But how this Miami Heat roster is constructed, I just feel like we don't need that at this moment, right? Like we just really, really don't. We're really banking on Haywood Highsmith to be a consistent shooter this year, Jaime to take that next leap, and Kashad Johnson to do what they got to do, right? So I think those three players alone, we don't need no Nassir Little. So it's interesting to see what they seen in the workout. There was 4 teams that were working them out. I believe the Boston Celtics were a part of it. So we'll see what happens, man. Let us know in the comment sections. What do you guys think about the Nassir Little signing? Do you think he helps his team? Do you think he doesn't make the roster? Just let me know what you guys think. And once again, if you guys enjoy my content, drop that sub, and I'm out.